First guy. I think Sahel actually just dropped out of the waiting room.
Oh.
But we should have.
Hi, Noe.
Hi, Noe.
Hi, Mark.
And Mark.
Hi.
On mute.
Evening,
Mr.
all.
Mark.
Hiya.
Good evening.
How are we all doing?
Good.
Yep,
Yeah.
fine.
Good.
Very good. We're just going to wait for Sahel, I think, to jump on before we get started. He was here a second ago, but I think he dropped out. Now let's pull up today's plan. Noe.
Just while Sahel. Oh, sorry. Go on,
No,
go on,
Carts.
Steve. You go.
Oh no, I was.
No, go on after you, buddy. You're short.
Okay.
No, you're
Say,
short.
no,
You're short.
No, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, how would you rate your balance?
A 7.
7.
6 to 7. Low
Same question.
Low 7. High 6.
Same question to you, Mark.
Yeah, definitely no more than a 6. Maybe a 7 on a good day.
Okay, cool.
It's all relative.
It certainly is. Over to you, Carts. What were you going to say?
Oh yeah, just a couple of things I've observed with doing my movement stuff on Zoom over the last period of time. Moving out the back corners and moving out the front corners is what we're going to focus on. Steve's got a little bit of a sort of physical exercise to sort of supplement or complement that. I know we talked about it the other week, but when you're hitting cross court from the front corners, it's the speed. It's a real fine line. It's the speed that you turn your head that seems to engage the feet. If the feet catch up. Having said that, I don't want you to turn your head before you've hit the ball. So it's a very fine line to get that right. But the quicker you can turn the head, the feet then have to catch up with you. If the head's slow in turning, everything seems to be quite slow. So what I want you to think about today from the back corners and the front corners is actually throwing the front foot in the direction of where you're moving to. So when we come out the back corners, you're going to be going through the tee to the opposite volley. And as we throw our right leg, that's going to lead us in. We're not throwing our right leg backwards. We're throwing with our, it's easier when Steve demonstrates it. It's a question of throwing the leg and trying to get the rhythm with it. But speed of turning the head as well. So it's a very fine line between, when you watch the top guys play, they're playing at 150 mile an hour. But for that moment they hit the ball, there's just that moment of stillness where they're composed on the ball. And that's the hard part to get. But the more we can practice these movements in and out, hopefully when we get back on court, you'll be able to put those into practice. Have you got Sahel's number, Steve? No.
Here he is. He's just jumping in now.
Oh, great. Lovely. Okay. We'll go straight to warm up, then I can explain.
Definitely. Well, I was going to say, it's interesting you mentioned that about the head. I know we were talking about this already, but kind of being the first thing which moves, and not to move the head first. The first thing that I find with kind of beginner players when thinking about ghosting, when they're not used to it, the first thing they do is run up, start to swing, and then look. They start to look before they've actually hit the ball at whichever position the ball's supposedly gone at, because first of all, they're only 50% bought into the exercise. They're like, what is this? What a waste of time. Just let me hit the ball. But the other half is they're not engaged, and they're not, I guess, really using the imagination in a realistic way to see where that ball is going and watching the movement and which takes time to get. But now we're talking kind of about the opposite of not encouraging them to stay fixed on that point, but actually to watch the ball and use the movement at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
Hi, Sahel. Welcome. All right. So we're going straight into our warm-ups, Carts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing those today, weren't you?
Yeah, right.
I'm joking. All right, let's go. Here we go. Into a gentle jog on the spot. Got some sound effects today.
Go on, Steve.
And some heel flicks. Good, guys. Nice. Whoops, into some star jumps. Let's throw a little explosive star jump in there every 5 or 6. Bend down, explode up. And then into normal stars. Explosive one every so often. Really nice. Okay, so 3 positions. Into a gentle jog, and then a forward lunge, gentle jog, diagonal in front, gentle jog, straight to the side. Okay, do 2 rounds of that on the same leg, and then swap onto the other leg. Gentle jog, lunge, and then I'm going to swap sides, gentle jog, left leg, gentle jog, diagonal lunge.
Steve, I'm just going to get my charger for my laptop, Steve. I'm running out of juice.
No worries. Gentle jog into that diagonal lunge. Gentle jog over to the side. Good. Then back into a gentle jog. All right, which we're going to transition into our lateral movement. Side to side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I haven't tried this before actually, but I'm going to try it now. So keep that lateral movement going. Then we're going to go into a 10-second sprint on the spot. Okay, let's go. 10-second sprint. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then into the lateral movement straight in. Good, guys. Okay, now into our forward backward movement. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Good, guys. Another 5 seconds, and then we're going to go for a 10-second sprint. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into the front, forwards and backwards movement, but we're changing sides. Okay, so now it's left foot for me and right foot back. Really good, guys. Really nice. Keep that going. Last 20 seconds, and then we're going to begin. Nice and relaxed. Shuffling that weight. 5 seconds left. And stop there. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so as a bit of an intro to our front corners, would you like to just chat about it again, Karts, because Sahel wasn't here, just to kind of frame what we're about to do.
Yeah,
I was going to do my intro to the front corners, and then that kind of brings us into your first part.
Yeah, are you going to do the woodcutters front corners or?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're saying, Sal, before you joined us, saying that movement out the front corners, we really want to be engaging our head turning quick that brings the foot with us. The tendency is to hit and then the head turns and then the foot turns. It all becomes quite slow. But what we're saying is it's a fine line between turning too soon and missing the ball. So we're trying to get that right. And what we've done in previous weeks, we've done the back corners going across through the tee up to the volley. Steve's going to demonstrate something where we really throw the foot. And probably the best move, in my opinion, one of the best moves of all time is a gentleman called Jamshir Khan. And everyone said he just looked like he walked around the court. He didn't walk around the court. The first step was so quick that the rest just sort of caught up. So it looked like a walk, but it's that real quick movement out. And it's something that I've really observed a lot over the last few months doing these Zoom sessions. So we're going to have a little look at doing that tonight. But Steve's got a couple of exercises that will supplement that. And then we get into the movement bit. So the movement bit is a little bit slower, done at a pace you can really start to think technically. And then obviously you've got Steve's physical bits in between that. So that's basically where we were.
and the physical bits today are going to be thinking about balance and thinking about footwork. So those first, I'm going to introduce just an exercise in the front left corner, which I want you guys to just practice now. We're not going to do a minute or a set of 10 or anything like that. I just want you to think about practicing it now. And then Karts is going to go into the specific movement. So in my front left corner, okay, so facing the camera.
You spotlighted, Steve.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'll spotlight. Okay, here we go. All right, so facing the camera right now, okay, I'm at my tee, but if I step in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to diagonally step in with my right foot. I'm going to reach forwards with my hands here, start with both hands, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to explode out and back with my right foot and my right hand. So I'm going to kind of jump back quite quickly, quite explosively, jump back out of that front left corner. So I've got my right foot going diagonally in. So it could be outstretched as well. I want you to mix it up. So it could be just here. It could be really far extended out in front. But the movement is this. The weight's going in on the front foot, and then we're exploding out, pushing out as you might follow and watch that ball as it comes out. So you're exploding back. That just one simple movement. Okay, I don't want you to worry too much about the swing, too much about imagining the ball so much, but do watch that ball. But just think about that explosive movement, that watching, turning your head at the same time as you're coming out, rather than a fraction. We've all seen players who stay here, hit the ball, they come out, think cocky, oh yeah, that was a good shot, and then they turn their head to find out perhaps their opponent's already volleyed it or something, and then they're really in trouble. Okay, so the key there is to turn and look at the same time. Now we're going to try the same thing in the front left. So here's my tee. I'm going to step in with my left foot diagonally in front of my right for now. Okay, I'm going to start with both hands because it helps get the body in position, and then I'm coming out with the right hand. I was going to do a backhand with my left arm there. So now we're coming through and throwing myself out. So I'm really bent quite low here, and then I'm going to lift out and watch the ball. And again, you could come up here and throw out, but what I'm looking at is this left leg, throwing this left leg out and back up, getting my body a good meter or two out of that corner in one movement, and thinking about moving my head and watching the ball at the same time. Okay, so let's go for some of those. Noe, you might have been doing some already. Not sure, but keep going. Let's try a few more of those. So you should be going front right, Noe. That looks like front left.
Nice, Mark. Good lad.
Yeah, good boy, Noe. So turning the head at the same time.
I possibly might go in on the other foot, Sahel. I might go in on my left foot there, if I'm front right.
Nice, Mark.
Sorry, your left foot, Sahel. My apologies. My apologies, Sahel. Try it on your left foot. Yeah, tell me if that, and then throw the leg out a wee bit. Throw it out.
Good. Really nice. Let's stop there because that's actually quite an explosive movement. How did that feel, Mark? I think if I put a discus in your hand, you would have launched that at least 50 meters.
Indeed, I used to be the discus champion for my school when I was a teenager.
There you go. You can see that.
So there it is. Yeah, it feels very natural actually. It feels very efficient, which has got to be a good thing.
Nice. Good. So actually, I was just thinking, doing that movement myself, actually, your legs and your arms are doing two separate things. Obviously, they're doing separate things, but they're actually working slightly differently. Yes, okay, so I'm here and taking the arm out and taking the swing out of the equation. I need to do that as explosively as possible, but if I'm playing cross-court lift, I need to do that whilst I need the control in my arm to send that ball up whilst not being super slow with my movement. So there's two different dynamics there, which makes it a lot more a lot more challenging, would you say, Carl?
Yeah, saying to Sahel, I think I'm not 100% sure. I think you look slightly easier to do that going in on your left foot to the front right.
Yeah.
I'll try that. I felt that the right was better going in on the front right, but do you reckon the left? Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I think when you're fully extended and you are going to lift out and you're going to play a little drop, then I would probably go in on my right foot. I think if I'm going to be explosive and I want to recover, it's a hard cross court, I think I probably would go in on my left foot. But again, like I've said to you previous weeks, there's no right and wrong. It's what you feel comfortable with. But it's getting, my defensive shot, my lifted shot, my prop drop, which we've done very much on the right foot. Possibly right foot, but for me, I would have done that probably off my left foot. I feel as though I can rip that left foot around quicker away from me than I can the right. But again, just practice it,
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'll definitely practice.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that myself, if it's probably saying exactly the same thing. But yeah, if you have your right foot, perhaps, I think we watched the video, I'm not sure if we showed this group, but we were talking about efficiency, but also if there's an immediacy, if you kind of need to get to the ball quicker, then maybe it's the right foot, maybe it's the right foot back here, maybe it's the right foot in a particular situation. But here, if we think about this specific movement we're trying to do where we're throwing the leg across, first of all, you're not going to do that with one step because then you're literally facing the back wall. But so basically the step out there is come to meet this one and then we back out. But in this scenario, if my right foot's back here with one strong movement, pivot, now I'm 2 meters away, 2 meters further back. So I think that's what we're looking at. That's the benefit of if you have that more time, what you're saying there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Is that a good intro to your session, Carts?
Yeah, well, what I'd like the guys to do now, I mean, you can demonstrate it, Steve. It saves me getting out my chair because I'm being really lazy. It's just a cross-court drive and a volley cross-court. So you just put the two together from front right to opposite left and front left to opposite right. So in there with a proper swing and and that I think those little exercises you've done will complement that movement. We just do, I don't know, 15, 20 shots in that position, just to get a little bit of movement in on it, yeah?
Sounds good.
What would you call that exercise then, Steve? A discus throw, or it's not a tree cutter, is it?
It's a very specific movement, Cart, so I don't think you can call it anything.
No.
It's very specific to squash when you think about it.
Yeah. That's it, Mark. Good.
I'll think of a name.
No, just try your right leg for me. What do you think of Noe there? Just try your right leg there, Noe, for me. In that front right leg. Boom. Boom, and throw it back. Good. That's it, Sal.
It's hard to say in this environment because actually maybe depending on the space, they can get back to where they need to in one step as opposed to on a court.
Yeah.
You really need that explosiveness in this exercise that this exercise would bring.
That's it, Sahel. Yeah, just if I could see your head turn, Sahel. I can't quite see your head, buddy. I can't quite see your head at the moment. You can get your Can you get your camera up a little bit? Just a little bit. Nice. And then switch sides, Mark. Switch sides, Noe, when you've done a few. Let's see your head turning, Sahel. So in on the left, in time with the racket. Good. In time with the racket. Good man. And let the racket bring you. Good. Whoops, daisies, I've lost you. Lovely. That's it. No, lovely. You're throwing the leg. The leg throwing is beautiful. That's it. Good. Super. Lovely. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's great. That's a couple of minutes of that. That's fine. That's good.
I like that exercise.
That's good.
That's really good.
Yeah, I like what we've done there. I think your exercise complements that, Steve, quite nicely.
Alexa, off. Don't know how we
Okay, we'll do your block, Steve, and then we'll do the movement out the back corners, doing the same thing to start the next block. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, cool.
Okay, buddy.
Quick sip of water, everyone. And we're moving into our, let's go straight into our balance exercises, because we've got some balance exercises to work through. We've got a circuit, which I think we'll go through, and then we'll go back into the back corners, and then we've got a bit more of a chunk towards the end. Okay, cool. So, Hale, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best it could possibly be, 1 being not great, where would you say you are on the balance scale? How good is your balance? And Noe said a 7. Mark said a 6 or a 7. You're about 6.
6.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to take you through a few exercises now. They're not going to be in a circuit format. Okay. It's going to slightly off the fixed structure today. So we're just going to try these exercises as we're going through them. So the first one we're going to do is a one arm. Actually, no. The first one we're going to do all together at the same time. Okay. So let's just all stand up. Make sure you can see me. We're going to stand on your left leg, raise the right knee. Okay. And at the same time, we're going to take our arms out to the sides. Just wait for you, Noe. Thank you. All right, cool. So starting here, now I want you to extend the leg out in front of you and then bring it back again. Take your leg across your body to the left and bring it back to the center. Take your leg across to the right or out to the right and then straight across to your left. Okay. And now making sure there's some space behind you, I want you to take your leg directly back behind you with your arms out to the sides and then bring it back to the center. Then take your leg back and reach down to the floor with one hand and then come back to this balanced center. Okay. And then we're going to take that leg back and reach down towards the floor with the other hand now. So for me, it's my right hand. Then we're going to come back up to this balanced center. Now we're going to take the leg out diagonally behind you there and back up to the center. And now we're going to take it diagonally across your body and then back up to this balanced center. Now, if your left leg is anything like mine, it needs a little rest. So have a little rest, shake that out. Well done. Good, so we're gonna do the same thing on the right leg. All right, so standing on the right leg, left knee comes up, arms out to the sides. Extend the leg. Now the challenge is remembering exactly the same sequence that I just made up. So left leg out to the side. I've already done it differently. Diagonally across you. Don't worry, we'll get them all in at some point. Okay, up and then across your body with it bent. Then back to that balanced center. Okay, now we're going to take that leg back behind you as you bend down with the arms out to the sides.
Very good.
It comes back up to the balanced center. Okay, now we're going to go diagonally behind you there and back up. And then diagonally across the other side with a bend and back up to finish. Hold that for 10 seconds, guys. Let's hold there for 10.
Did you touch the floor, Steve?
What do you mean?
Did you touch the floor with your left arm and right arm?
No, thank you. Let's go down with one hand and then back to the balance center. Last one is then reaching back. Thanks, Cart. And then reaching down with the other hand.
Okay, buddy.
And now that's enough. Shake that off both legs. Well done. Good stuff. Okay, so now we're going to do a little structured set of a one arm reach, okay, or a one-legged deadlift. It's got lots of names. So we're going to take one leg back, and this right arm is just going to reach down to the floor. Okay. Now this exercise, this left leg, I'm not doing a massive kind of squat, one-legged squat with this left leg. Okay, so it's not bending too much, but the key here is, as much as I'm going forwards, the leg is going back, so it's a counterbalance. lots of kids try this. They lean forwards and then they take their leg back. But I want you to kind of, as you're reaching forwards, slowly raise the leg up, back comes back, and then back to the center. We're going to go for about 4 on each side. So take your time, take one leg back, start to reach forward, bend forwards, try and keep everything nice and straight and in alignment, and then come back to upright. Well done, guys. Good, try and straighten that leg. And as with all these things, if it's hard to straighten the leg, then perhaps we need to work on some flexibility or some strengthening in some of the areas in the glutes, some mobility in the back if we can't keep the back straight, those sorts of things. It's quite a nice indicator of areas to work on, this one. Okay, good, guys, just shake that off and we'll go on to the other side. So now, if I'm standing on my left leg, I'm gonna be, standing on my right leg, reaching down with my left arm. Okay. So as the right leg goes, left leg goes back, my left arm goes forwards, the bend, and come back. I'll show you side on. I can't show you there. I haven't got the space diagonal. Whoops.
Such a tough thing, isn't it, balance? Yeah.
Harder on that side. Interestingly, balancing on my right leg.
I thought your right leg was stronger.
Stronger, but not necessarily more balanced, apparently.
Balanced, yeah.
Interestingly. Okay, guys, good. Shake that off. Next one's a bit more physical, but it's still to do with balance. We're going to go for just 20 in your own time, ski hops. So what we've done so far is worked on our static balance abilities, static balancing abilities. Nothing's moving apart from one leg, our one leg stability. Now we're going to work on dynamic balance. So, or dynamic stability. So we're going to be starting here. We're going to hop over onto the other side, which is a ski hop. Okay, we're going to be ski hopping 20 times in total. So for me, I can't actually go that far. So for me, I would actually go side on. So I'm going to go up and over, up and over. Now the key here, when I'm going from one side to the other, is that when I get there, I'm nice and balanced. So ideally, I want you to wait for 2 seconds in this position and then explosively jump over to the other side, stand in that position, explosively jump over to your other position, okay, and hold that position for a couple of seconds just to show that you can balance in that position, then explode over to the other side. Total of 20 in your own time. That's good, Mark.
Nice, Noel, very good.
Yeah, good. What's the Hal doing? Good. Remember to take that knee nice and high. That's good. Yeah, good stuff.
I like these, Steve. I've not done these before.
Thought you might. Good, guys. Okay, so if you haven't quite got to 20, that's fine. That's enough of that one. Another example of a kind of an exercise that does require balance. Perhaps I don't think about it as much, but in order to do this exercise, you need to have good dynamic stability and good dynamic balance. Okay, so the exercise is a squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Now I only want you to do about 30 seconds of it. I'm not going to time it for you. You can do it in your own time in a second. But basically what we're going to do is go from this squatted position and then jump into a balanced lunge position, then jump into a squat, and then it's the other lunge. Okay. So depending on explosiveness, and you know how it might affect your knees or your lower back, you can keep it gentle there. Okay. So that's not too much of a movement. I'll show you side on this way. Or you can go really explosively, which requires a bit more balance. There, and down. Okay, so set off for that whenever you're ready. Give it a go. Mix it up maybe between super explosive, where you're going to challenge yourself from a balance perspective, and a little bit lighter. Sorry, I twisted, Mark, just to show you how it looks side on. The twist's not part of the movement necessarily, but I like that you did that. It's good. Well done, guys. Good. So challenge yourself, go a bit higher. So again, with all of these, you want to stay upright, no leaning forwards. No, it looks like your range when you're lunging is a bit small because you're quite tall. So I would spread the legs a bit more so you can get a 90-degree angle with the knee going down. Well done, guys. This is a really tough, explosive exercise which really pushes your balance and strength to the limit. Stop there. Well done. Great. And just to finish this section, Karts, before we hand it over to the next, and this actually finish this section, I'll finish it with a physical circuit, if that's all right, Karts. Yeah. Okay. The last exercise before we do our physical circuit will be a lunge matrix. Now, I just want you, it's lunges we've done many times before, but I want you to really think about it from a balanced perspective. Okay, so instead of it being an explosive movement or just kind of going through the motions of each position, I want you to think about staying perfectly balanced. Also think about your heel toe placement when we're lunging forwards. But so we're going to go with the right leg, we're going to go 12 o'clock, 1:30, 3 o'clock, and 4:30, and just stay nice and balanced, as balanced as you can, okay, and as controlled as you can. So there's my 3 o'clock, and here's my 4:30, okay, and then so do that twice round. So it's 4 lunges times 2, so it's 8 lunges on that right leg. Just really focus on your balance, guys. Again, not leaning forwards. An appropriate distance so that you can lunge back and recover with ease. Yeah, good night, Mark. Nice, Sahel. Finishing facing the tee, facing the front wall, good. So back on the tee, good. Okay, so then we're going to move on to the left leg, which means we're going to go 12 o'clock here, nice and balanced. And then 10:30 to the side, 9 o'clock, diagonally behind me for 7:30. Okay, let's go. Nice, Noe. And then we'll do 2 rounds of that. Good. All right, just finish that off, Mark. Okay, it's an old school, we're bringing back the old school circuit. 45 seconds each exercise, 4 exercises. First exercise, double box jumps. When I say double, I mean double footed. So imagine you're jumping to the different numbers on the corners of a box, both feet. You can jump here, jump to the side. You could jump diagonally behind you if you want, diagonally forwards, it's up to you, okay? You can twist if you want to, but it's jumping to each of the corners within that 45-second period. Exercise number 2 is a mountain climber step and reach. So it's a press up position here. We're going to step, step, reach, reach, step, step, reach, reach. Okay. Happy with that? That's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, it's a nice structured squat to tiptoe. Okay, haven't done any squats today so far, so we're going to do a squat to tiptoe. Well, we've done the jumping ones. Squat and then up onto your tiptoes. So down into a squat, up into the tiptoes. And the last exercise is throw arms sit-ups. Okay, so we're down to the floor as fast as you can, as many as you can in those 45 seconds. Okay, guys? Any questions about those exercises? No? Fantastic. First exercise is box jumps, 2-footed. Just get your timer. 45 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, last 15 seconds, guys. Good jumps. Well done, Sahel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the mountain climber step and reach. Let's go. Press up position. Step, step, reach, reach. Step as far forward as you can whilst trying to keep the hips nice and low on this one. So reaching high and out in front from that press up. Good. Step and step. When we're stepping, we're trying to get the whole weight of your foot down onto the floor, okay? Just a little toe tap. You're trying to put some weight onto the foot. Don't worry if it isn't as far forward as you might want, but make sure that the pressure is down. Well done, guys. Really good. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Standing up. Let's go. Squat and toe. Squat to tiptoe. Wide stance. Squat up to your tiptoes. Good. Nice, Noe.
Is that more calf,
Good.
Steve?
Yeah, we like a bit of calf. Balance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've personally never been interested in going to the gym just to do calf raises, but you could stand on the spot, work out those calves, or off a step, kind of with your tiptoes on the step, kind of balancing a little bit, or with weights as well. If you were focusing, oh, that's enough. Next one, throw arm sit-ups. Go, 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 go.
Yep.
Throw arm sit-ups. Nice, Mark. Good, guys. Get as many as you can in. Last 10 seconds. Just thinking about these back corners carts, it works slightly differently, I think, the movement. Movement with the arms, and stop there, everyone. I'll show you here, carts. Have a little bit of a rest. We're gonna have at least a minute's rest, guys. Grab a quick drink. Okay, so thinking back here, if we are here with this left foot in front, am I coming across with the left? Is that what you would suggest?
No, still lead out. Try and lead out with the right still, if you can.
So it's a bit of a hop and a shuffle.
Yeah.
All right.
Try and lead with the right for me. Try and lead with the right for me, Steve. Just get there and then, yeah.
So I think I have to, so the last thing is the weight is there on this leg. As I play, it's almost like a shuffle.
Yeah.
As I'm exploding out.
That's
and
it.
then on the forehand, it's kind of almost like a shuffle. But I want the left leg out as I'm.
I think the problem we have is because we're slightly limited in space. If you imagine you're going right across the court for looking for the volley, then you probably would throw the leg a little bit more. It's just that the space is limited for everybody. That's the problem.
I probably would come across this way, you mean? Or throw the left leg even further.
I would. I've got a bit of an issue. Your screen's freezing on me a little bit, Steve. I'm afraid. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah.
This is definitely a shuffle for me. Definitely a shuffle, guys.
Right,
so what
okay.
we're going to do now is, as an intro, I want you to intro to Carter's session here. We're looking at the two back corners. So I'll start with that position that I was just in, which is the back right for me. So I'm in the corner here, back right. my right foot's in front, my left foot's leaning in as I'm coming low. Okay, so I'm behind the ball because what I'm doing is I'm getting in position and I'm going to play a cross-court lift. Okay. What this position looks like for me and the explosive one, what it feels like is a bit of a shuffle, but I'm again trying to throw this left leg out as fast as I can.
Steve, can you just spotlight me for a sec?
Yeah.
Just in that back right, guys. If you can watch, so I'm just in here. What I want you to think about is Steve's got it absolutely right. But as I cover, it's that action that just brings me forward. So it's that first step out. The tendency, what a lot of you tend to do, is turn and the foot goes towards the back wall, and then I'm running to the tee. What I'm trying to get you to think about is there, boom, and I walk out. There, boom, and I walk out. And the same on this side. I'm here and boom, and I'll just walk through it. So I'm back into that position, boom, and I'm throwing the foot. Does that, can you see that? Yeah. The tendency is you get yourself tangled up in the back a little bit and you throw the foot open and then you're opening the chest up to the front wall and then you run into the tee. Whereas I want that first step, like I mentioned, that, you know, gentleman Jamshid Khan is in there. It's boom. So just do, I don't know, half a dozen on each side where you're just getting into that back corner and you're just throwing the leg and walking through.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay,
That makes sense, Stevie?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, can we do that now, guys?
Look, can we do just do a couple of back corners, just half a dozen, whatever you want to do, where you just throw the leg. That's it, Mark. Yeah, you're not even playing a shot. It's just that step that leads you out that corner. Throw your right leg, no, throw the right leg. Throw the right leg out. Throw it towards the tee. Yeah. Go on, Mark. Show me, Mark. Throw the leg out. That's it. Good, Mark. Show me how. Lovely. That's it. Boom. Yeah, and the tendency is that you turn the foot and open the shoulders and you square to the front wall. That's it, Steve. So, yeah, really spring. It's a push off the back foot, but throw the front foot. It's a
what I was thinking before, I had my left foot in front before, and that's actually much more difficult. Whereas with my right, if my right foot's in front, that is completely natural, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm coming out and across. But if my left is here, then my left leg kind of needs to move first, which means if I come out, it's a bit of a shuffle to get that foot across.
Try not shuffle, Steve. Just throw, even if you're on your left leg, just throw the right leg out. Throw it. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, and open yourself. That's it. Lovely. Very good, gentlemen. Very good, gentlemen. It's one of those. it's one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just do a little bit of ghosting on that, where you're going to bring the racket in and look for the volley. It's one of those that we really need to get you on court, and you're probably demonstrate it a little bit better, but. Definitely seen a lot of players just throw the leg and it goes almost to the back door, you know, and then they're running to the tee where I'm trying to get that explosive work out, you know? Does that make sense to you? No way, you happy with that? I hope not confused anybody, yeah? Okay. Did we just want to try and do a back corner to the opposite volley now? So you are getting in and you're just coming up and looking for the volley. So you're playing a volley cross court like we did in previous weeks, and a cross court out the back corner. Volley cross court out the back corner. So you're just going across that diagonal in a rhythmical sort of fashion, yeah. So I'm in back right, boom, and volley. Back right, boom. I think how I make it easier for myself, boys, I bring my knees together and then I shoot the foot out. I bring my knees almost together, Steve, and then I throw my leg out. So I go in, boom, and out.
Whereas when I was doing that, my legs were already quite far apart, which meant there wasn't actually much to throw it. Yeah.
Nice, Mark. That's absolutely superb, buddy. Good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Good man. Once you've done a few sides, then just do the other side. Have a go on the right hand side or the left hand side.
Nice and low, Sohail. So really bend down into the shot. That's it.
It's very hard to get too technical in lounges and living rooms and things, isn't it? But so just try and get that balance of footwork.
Really nice. Good, Mark. Well done, Noe. Get that explosiveness out. Throw that leg out, Noe. So Noe, when you're playing that shot at the moment, you're already really massively split stance. You're almost at the splits actually. So what Carlos was talking about there is actually leaning that right leg into the left leg. So then it's much easier to throw that right leg out of the shot when you're going into the back left. Yeah, but get the foot a lot closer as well, Noe. So we're talking about getting that foot close. That's it, mate. That's it. Shuffle and throw. Good man. Yeah, good. Shuffle and throw.
Okay, that's lovely. Well done, fellas. If any of you got an issue with that at all, just drop me a line, drop me a text. I'm more than happy. If you want to practice that on your if you want to do a bit of WhatsApp and video it and send it across, I'm more than happy to look at it for you. I mean, it's not an easy one just to grasp that. So no problems. You've got to take a little 2-minute video of it and send it across to me.
Just
Vicky's
one
got
quick
mine.
question. Very quickly,
Yeah.
we've done the first exercise where is you're pivoting out. This one you're shuffling out.
Yeah.
What are the conditions under which you might do the one or the other?
I could answer that.
I think you could say again, mate.
Go on.
Yeah, I think the shuffle is if you've played a straight drive down from the back corners, Mark. So I've played a straight drive. Very good question. I played a straight drive here down the line. I probably would shuffle and then look for my volley. The pivot and throw out is when I've gone cross court.
Yeah.
So when I'm playing the ball when I'm playing the ball down the sideline, I don't need to cover so much of the court, so I can probably afford to take a little bit more time with my little steps looking for the volley.
Yeah.
When I've gone cross court and I've exposed myself, I've got to get across that the other side of the court a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I would throw the leg. And this is the bit that we talked about the other week where the tee does move. So when you're rallying down the right-hand wall, keeping the ball nice and tight, the tee's moved over, a foot to the right because you don't need to cover that side of the court.
Yeah.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, Stephen.
Back into some physical. Fantastic.
We are.
Okay, guys. How are we feeling energy levels? Noe, how are you doing? In the middle. How are you, Mark? Thumbs up. Sohail, how are you doing? Same as Noe. All right. That says to me, a few exercises and one circuit to finish. Okay, cool. In which case, let's revisit a few of our balance exercises. So let's stand up, everyone. Let's go for a few of the one arm reach on each side. So take your time. We're going to go for 4 on each side. Okay. Yeah, let's go. So on the right leg, maybe taking that left leg back, reaching down to the floor. So you should be, it should be your left arm there, Mark. That's it.
Same arm, same leg, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah. That's just I confuse it sometimes if by saying which leg they're standing on. Which good, no, nice. You can keep that leg nice and straight and balanced to get back up. Now the next challenge is to not replace the foot in between reps. If you can get to that level of balance, we're talking 9, 9.5. Good, Sahel. See if you can straighten that left leg, the left leg at the back when you extend out. See if you can straighten it. Yeah, good. And he's not replacing. Yes, Sahel. Looking like an 8, solid 8.5. Talking about balance here, Sahel. All right. And if you haven't changed legs, change legs. And if you have changed legs, let's go into a gentle jog. Okay, looks like we're changing legs. Apart from Sahel. Okay, Sahel, can you do a few more? Just a couple more on each side. Wait for the others to catch up. All right. Good stuff. All right, guys, stop there. We're going to go into kind of 45 seconds of our ski hops. All right. So this one doesn't have to be as explosive. Just try and keep it rhythmical. Do wait for a second though, each side, just to show that you're nice and balanced. Okay. 45 seconds of your ski hops. That's hopping one side, keeping that knee nice and high. Okay. Yeah. Go on, Mark. Good.
Single leg ski hops.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's box hops. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Box. What the other ones?
Yeah.
The other type.
Yeah, box jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beg your pardon.
Box. Yeah. 3 minutes.
Have you run today, Stephen?
10 sessions.
Run today?
I'm running tomorrow.
Okay.
Had a rest day today, actually. Did quite a lot of weights yesterday. And stop there, everyone. Good. We'll give you a 30-second go of the squat, lunge, okay? Nothing too intense, okay? Save yourself for this circuit at the end. Let's go, 30 seconds, just at your own pace, thinking about that balance. Yeah, nice. Yeah, very good, Mark. So don't try not to look down there, Noe, because it's bringing your body forward. So try and stay nice and upright. Good. Yeah, nice. Last 10 seconds, guys. And stop there. Well done. Good. All right, so we're going to go for our last circuit. And I think what we'll do is get that going in about 20 seconds, okay? So get yourselves ready. So we're going to go for our box jumps, where we're jumping to each corner, mix it up. Then the mountain climber step and reach, then the squat to tiptoe, then the throw arm sit-ups to finish. Okay, so 5 seconds, get yourselves in position for the box jumps in 3, 2, 1, go. Good, different angles, mixing it up, staying nice and light on the feet. Yes, Sahel, good. Try and keep those feet nice together, nice and close together. Landing on the floor at the same time, good. Bend the knees a little bit more there, Sahel. It looks like you're landing quite straight, which is going to send impact throughout the whole body. Good. Trying to absorb the shock of that jump. Good, guys. Last 10 seconds, and then we're into the mountain climber step and reach. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Mountain climber step and reach. Step, good, step, and reach out in front. Good, Mark. Yep, nice work. Well done, everyone. Last 15 seconds, and then we're into the squat to tiptoe, which is active rest, really. Good, guys. Keep it going.
Active rest.
And into the squat to tiptoe. Let's go. Nice wide stance. Good. There's a record broken today, Mr. Carter. CrossFit guy did 15 burpees every minute for an hour. A minimum of 15 burpees every minute for an hour.
Gee.
Yeah. Well, that was quite impressive.
15 in a minute for it. So 60 minutes continuous.
Yeah.
Wowza.
5 seconds. And down into your sit-ups. Good, guys. Come on. See how many you can get. It's the last exercise. I'm going to transfer to you a minute early today, Carts. That's all right.
Yeah, no problems. You got Jonathan?
Yeah.
Say hello to him.
I will.
I'll see some of his runs on Strava.
How are they?
Yeah, I know. He's a good runner, yeah. Yeah, he's got potential, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last 5 seconds, guys. 2, 1, and relax. Well done, guys. Fantastic. Really good, guys. I'm going to say goodbye. I'll leave you in the extremely over-capable hands of
Steve, would it be possible to send them the link, send them that link of those movement clips at some point?
Which movement clips?
Could we get them? The ones I sent you the other week.
Yeah, we can send that round.
Yeah. Okay, good. It's worth it. I can just chat about that then. Lovely. All right, Steve. See you soon.
All right. See you guys. See you next week. Well done.
Thank you, Steve. Bye.
Gentlemen, don't. If you got 10 sort of top coaches in a room and you talked about movement, they'd all come up with a different way of moving. Okay, it is such a. We're all biomechanically different. We're everything's, so there isn't one way. And I really am against saying you have to take, I've seen it said, you move to the front right, it's 3.5 steps, and front left, 3.5 steps, back right, 2.5 steps. It's however many steps you need to get there balanced. Okay. Now, the bit about the head turning, that to me really, what I've observed so much on the computer, I've been really into, that to me, as the head turns, the feet have to go with it. The body's going with it. So I think you really need to think about that. Your question was spot on, Mark. Out the back corners, when do you shuffle? When you're in a rally situation, Noe, and you're down the backhand or the deep right-hand corner, you're probably you're moving in front of your opponent, and then you're moving out sort of in a clockwise sort of motion around. Because that's what happens. That's the movement pattern you have. When you're going cross-court or the ball's slightly short of a length, you're in front of your opponent and you're going straight across to the tee. So there's no fixed way. What I just want you to think about is when you are in your extremities, the front rights, the front left, the deep back, you're a long way from home. You're a long way from home. You're a long way from the tee. So that thing, what we've done out the back corners, I tried to demonstrate by throwing my leg. That one throw of my leg, I'm almost covering a span of almost 2 meters. The next step that follows, I'm on the tee. If that tee, if I turn, and I throw myself, and I go to him and I throw that way, the tee is still a hell of a long way away from me. That throw of the leg, and then suddenly I fall in. My momentum takes me into the position that I want to get to the tee. Steve will send a link through because we had some videos. It's quite old footage. World champions from from early 2000s through to about 2009, and all demonstrating different movements out the back corners. And it's worth it's only take 5 minutes to look at it. I think it's on YouTube, or you could probably find it yourselves on YouTube. But it's interesting because there are some real similarities. And if you can actually watch into the back corners and what players do, I tend to, when I watch a game of squash on a glass court, I tend to go to the front corners. So I love to see what each player's doing with the grip and the racket and the adjustments and things like that. But please don't, hope I haven't confused you with that out the back corners. Think about the explosive footwork more going to the other side of the court, and the little sort of stutter, or whatever you want to call it, when you're playing down the same side, Mark. So how, when you're going into the front right and you're fully extended and your legs and arms are kimbo and you're off balance and you're falling over, you're probably going to go in on your right leg and you might scoop a ball up, or you might prop it on the front. When you're going in and you're balanced on your front right, on your left leg, you're going to whip that ball around and you're going to be pulling out on your left leg. So again, there's no right and wrong way. We know when we first start to play the sport, they say you must be on your front leg, and I probably do subscribe to that. I think to make the ease of the shot, it is front leg, and it helps us align the shoulders up as we want to hit the ball. As your racket skills develop and you can start to use the strings a little bit more, that's when you can start to play off the left and the right foot. So there's no wrong and right. There's certain foot positions that will benefit certain movements. And it's just, like I said, it's very difficult for you in your lounges, in your living rooms and your spaces to get that. But have a play with it and have a little think about it, and come up with a list of questions. If there's, likewise, you want to take a little bit of video of yourself doing it, send it to me and I can look at it and I can critique it for you and just say, look, I think maybe this or maybe that. No problems at all. You find me on WhatsApp, your numbers on Middlesex websites, that's not a problem. Drop me a video, please. Okay, everyone.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Have a good week.
Nice to see you all. Have a nice week. Yeah, have a nice week. See you next week. Cheerio.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.